they come out clean.
All right, everybody, Birds in the Buckets, back with another episode, man. I'm here with my host, my co-host, Malik Brown. Malik, how you doing this week?
Living good, bro. Living good always. How you doing?
Man, it's just excuse me, just trying to figure this thing out, man. 4 wins in a row, first time in 4 years. Like I said, I'm like that is one of the worst stats I've like. That's pretty sad, man. If like I said, if I'm the coach, that's the first thing I'm leading with in the locker room. I'm coming down like 4 years. It took y'all 4 years to win 4 games in a row. That's pitiful. we want to change the expectation, right? But anyways. But that's how I'm feeling, man. And but hold on, we got a special guest tonight. Malik, I want you to do the honors this week. We're gonna switch it up. I'll let you do the honors this week.
Okay, bet. Let's get it. Coming from Hawks Twitter.
Okay.
The man with about 100 jerseys in counting.
I counted them all.
Super Hawks fan. We got Dwaine in the building. Dwaine, what's going on, bro?
What's good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Feeling good, man. Got this little 4-game winning streak going on. Want to keep it going, man. This is big. Like you said, it's been a couple years since we won 4 games, and that's crazy to think about. You know what I'm saying? To 4 games, you don't think there's a long winning streak, but
right.
Because it's not, Dwaine.
Yeah. But it feels good, bro. Like you said, normally it's been like, okay, we won a game, and then that's followed by 3 or 4 losses. So, I mean, this is like, it's been a couple of years since we got this. It feels good, man. I ain't gonna lie. It feels good.
Well, and jumping on back to the jerseys and the intro thing, you got on what is that with the Steve Smith?
Oh, Steve Smith, bro. Oh,
but it's a T-shirt jersey though. It's a
T-shirt jersey.
That's hard.
I've never seen that before. It's a T-shirt with the old. Go ahead.
Listen to me. Half my wardrobe is Hawks stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If you go in my closet right now, half of my closet is full of Hawks gear. It just is what it is, bro. So I got Hawks shirts, Hawks jerseys, Hawks suits, Hawks ties, everything, man. So yeah, you name it, I just about got it, bro. So I mean, like I say, I kid you not, half my wardrobe is Hawks. Y'all see it on Twitter. Half my wardrobe.
Yeah,
I'm a diehard, man. I've been riding with these guys since middle school. So
that's hard. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Like in all my years of living in Atlanta and just following the Hawks, going to Hawks game, I've never seen that jersey. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so
what Hawks team did you grow up with?
So originally, I started when I was little. I used to watch the Jason Terry and stuff, but I really wasn't invested in the Hawks like that back then. But when Joe came to Atlanta, I think that's when it started. So back when in Joe Johnson days, Josh Childress, that wave really got me kind of addicted to the Hawks. That's when I really just jumped on, and that was it, man. I always been a Hawks fan, but I think the diehard part of it didn't happen till then. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel it.
I hear you. Like I said, so you're pretty young.
Yeah, bro. So I'm 30 years old. Yep.
Okay. You said the Jason Terry as a kid, and then Joe Johnson. That's about my lineage from my.
I got you. I follow you, bro. I follow you.
For sure. But I guess just how do you feel about the current roster and where they're headed at now?
I love it. I think the sky's the limit. I honestly think this team doesn't realize the potential of how good it can really be. Honestly, they're just keeping it real. If you looked at tonight's game, over the last couple games, Bogey hasn't played well. Our shooting hasn't been the best, and we still found ways to win the game. One of the things I point out this game, thinking about it, Trae had 6 points at halftime, and we still had a 10-point lead. Mm-hmm. If we can continue to do that in our second unit, Rondo and play the way that they did tonight, I think we can compete with anybody in the league. I mean, some people might laugh at me when I say that, but that's honestly how I feel. I'm not saying we can just blow out and beat everybody. I'm just saying that we can compete with almost anybody when we play up to that potential. A lot of people get on Twitter call me. Well, some people have. Some of the LP diehards have said, well, oh man, it ain't just you can't just see that we just shoot them better or we just.
Wait, hold on, Dwaine.
I'm going
Hey, on this podcast, we call people out by name. We want some names. Who the hell be? Hey, name them right now. Put them on the board. Hey.
Name drop, bro. Reg. You know I'm talking about you. Everybody know who I'm talking about, bro. Everybody know who I'm talking about. You know, bro. You know, Reg with the dude with the fro. You know exactly who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about, bro. Steady swinging off Lloyd Pierce. Let me stop. Okay, all right. Let me stop, man. But y'all know this dude has made every excuse possible for Lloyd Pierce in the book.
Hey, we get it. Hey, shout out our guy Reg. Hold on. Shout out our guy Reg. We gonna get you back on the show soon to rebuttal.
Listen. I support all my Hawks fans. We're a family. We in this together. Okay. I don't hate the dude. I'm not. It's nothing negative. But all I'm saying is, that's all I'm saying. You gotta listen to me. It's no coincidence that we've won these many games under Nate McMillan and couldn't find a way to finish games under LP. I'm sorry. It's not a coincidence whatsoever. I've counted so many games that we should have won under Lloyd. Reg love to point at injuries and look at the roster. Okay, well, look how many injuries we had. You can't blame Lloyd Pierce for this. I'm not the type of person to just look at the injuries. I watched the game. Okay, I understand we injured. We have injuries. But every team has injuries, okay? I'll look at the game and see, okay, could we have won this game and what prevented us from winning this game? So many games we have lost due to, one, poor rotations, poor coach management, and it's just been it's like taking Capella out at the end of the games, playing Gallinari. It's certain times where you need your best defender in at the end of the game, especially it's just so many instances I saw that I said, okay, well, I was a coach, I wouldn't have made this decision. This doesn't make sense, and there's been reasons why we've lost the game. It's just keeping it in the buck. It's just being real. So I don't hate Lloyd Pierce. I don't think he was a bad guy or I just think he wasn't the best coach for this team. For a young team, you need a more experienced guy that knows how to call timeouts when times been called, make the right rotations and stuff. And I think now we have a coach that does that. The guys actually believe that they can win these games. And team morale, having that belief is big. If you got guys that don't believe in you as a coach and don't believe you have their best interests in mind, it's not going to work out. It's not going to turn out well. They're just being real. It's not going to turn out well.
Dwaine, I think this win was probably I can't remember all of them because I can't remember the 3 games when Lloyd was out. I think that there was a blowout loss to Boston.
It was Boston Nuggets. It was two Boston. It was two Bostons and and Nuggets.
Okay, and the Boston one was pretty impressive. But I think tonight's win, it might no. Because that
you think it's the best?
That Orlando comeback was pretty impressive. But what I was trying to get at was the reason why tonight's win was so impressive to me is because, like you said, Bogey wasn't shooting well at all. He had 2-3 points tonight. He had 2-3 points tonight, and he played all 4 quarters. Trae wasn't shooting the ball well at all. Had 6 points at halftime. Came out, got it going at the end there, and ended up with 20-something. Clint Capella had a beast night as usual. Mr. Consistent right there putting up the numbers, but they started the hack of Capella first half of the fourth quarter. So they had to take Capella out for the second half of the fourth quarter. And no Cam, no Hunter, no DeAndre Hunter. The fact that they still won by so much. I know it's the Kings, but these were games that the Hawks were losing at the beginning of the season, like we were talking about, the Cavs, the Knicks. Who's another team that the Hawks?
The Hornets.
The Hornets. Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's when they lost. We played them on a Wednesday and a Friday, I believe. We lost both games, and I think we played them one day, and then they played the night before the second time we played.
You're right.
Coming off back to back, and then they won that. And one of the things I say is you can't lose to a team 2 times in a row, and you come off a night of rest, and they just played the night before. I mean, it's just certain losses on the LP were just unexcusable. I'm sorry. I mean, people will love to point at injuries. And like I say, I give him I don't hold nothing against him. I just say injuries, yes, they play a major part in, but one of the comments I made was I said, a healthy team will not cure all our issues. Mm-hmm. The only thing is, instead of manifesting in the regular season, those problems will manifest in the playoffs instead. So the poor rotations, the poor, all this stuff. Okay, yeah, if we had a completely healthy roster on the LP, yeah, we would probably have won a couple more games. But guess what? During playoff time, those same rotational problems, those same timeout problems will just come up then. So I just believe we need a more experienced coach. And like I said, the fact that Nate actually played in the league, is coaching in the playoffs, I think the young guys actually respect him more, and actually believe now. I mean, this team, like, they're enjoying playing basketball now. I can't say that they look like they were, that under LP. I'm sorry.
Don't forget about the first couple games. I think the fans are really quick to forget about those first couple games, the Chicago game in particular.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen Trae have that much fun his entire pro career, you know what I'm saying, where he was just, on the bench and cheering for Bogey and all those guys on the bench making those shots. But, I want to mix it up one more time but before I hand it off to Malik. But do you think Coach Mack has a beef with Brandon Goodwin?
I don't know. I'm not going to say. But if you see BG has not gotten any minutes the last couple games. So, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe he just want the vet out there more to run second unit. I don't know. That's a good question to pose. I don't know. But like I said, we haven't seen BG the last couple games, so I don't know if there's indictment on him, on Coach Matt's belief in him, or is it he just want more of a steady hand in the second unit, or what? But yeah, that's a good point. We haven't seen him though. So,
and I'm glad Rashad said that because. And I tweeted this when they played the Raptors the other night. I was like, Skylar Mays has dropped out of the rotation, and Skylar Mays was having a good little run, but as soon as Nate McMillan steps in, you don't see him at all. So I do think that Nate McMillan is switching the rotations like more to a veteran lineup in the second unit with Rondo. I think he really likes Rondo. Rondo plays good with Gallinari and Bogey. I've noticed that. Like,
he prioritizing the bag lineup, Malik. We pay you this much money. We gonna play you. You gonna play now,
right? So you gonna earn this money, right? Right. But we have seen Okongwu a little bit more lately too, though.
We have
kind of, and he played some pretty good minutes. Of course, I think his offense is going to take time to get up to speed and stuff with, playing pro. But his defense has translated pretty well. I've noticed he's playing really, for a rookie, he's playing pretty good on the defensive end. So, I just think the more he actually the more minutes he gets and the more he plays, the better he'll be. And I think over the next couple of weeks is going to be vital because we need somebody behind Capella to back up center position. I know we've seen Gallinari play at the center position sometime, but during playoff time, when we go against some bigger teams and stuff, we're going to need, that backup center to be a guy that can come in, play good defense, rebound the ball, so, yeah.
So, also, they got Hunter, Reddish, and Dunn they're still out. So, when they come back, somebody's going to be the odd man out right now.
It can't be Snell.
Who do you think? It's not going to be Snell, for sure.
No.
So is Kevin? Do you think Kevin's the odd man out?
That's
because Kevin has been putting up like little basic
really
numbers.
Good. But it's a good problem to have. Let me just say that. If you got Snell shooting at almost 60% three, Kevin is playing really good basketball. Like you say, somebody's gonna have to be the odd man out on the wing. So, Bogey is making a boatload of money. We're gonna hope his shot gets to falling pretty soon. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna stay in the rotation. So you got Bogey. At two guard, you got Bogey and Kev. And then at the three, you're going to have Hunter. Then you got Snell and Reddish. So it's going to be kind of tight trying to fit those minutes in. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Playing good too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting to see how, Nate disperses these minutes over these next couple games. But like I said, if Snell continues to shoot the ball the way he does, you cannot sit him on the bench. You got to continue to ride your hot hand. Hunter, the way he's played so far this season, when he comes back, he's going to have his minutes. So it's going to – if Cam doesn't – he might be the guy that suffers a little bit in the minutes area. I mean, like I said, his defense has been awesome this year, but his offense has to catch up a little bit, more. I wanted him to take that next step this year, and I haven't seen it so far. His defense has been awesome, but I want him to take that next step offensively. So I'm not saying he's going to be just sitting on the bench and not get any minutes, but it's just going to be interesting to see if his shot doesn't fall at the rate that it's, that we want it to.
Right.
How much time he sees on the court, compared to some of those other guys. So,
You got a shot.
Yeah, y'all want to go John Collins trade rumors? Do you trade John Collins before the trade deadline, and why or why not?
I'm not trading him. I'm sorry. Unless it's an offer that I get that is just totally blown away, I'm not trading him. Because first off, you still own his rights to restricted free agency, so you can match any offer. John has had a really good season, I think, because people just say, okay, well, he's only he averages 17.8, 18 points a game, 7, 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
But one of the things I'll look for is I know his game is going to suffer some with having Capella on the team because now he's that role man in the middle with Trae. So now Collins has to play more of the traditional 4 role. And he's done a pretty good. Now tonight, some of the three ball wasn't falling for him. But I think over this season, he's played whenever he has gotten the opportunity, got the ball in his hands, he's produced. He's been solid. He's been really good, honestly.
But is solid worth the max contract?
That's the question.
Yes, is he max player?
That is the question. So one of the things I said before season started, and I continue to say, well, teams get in trouble is when they pay players max dollars when they're not superstars or don't have that superstar impact on the game. So we look at it right now. We already know Trae is going to be a max guy. So you can only probably afford another max contract on your roster and then fill it out from there. So it's going to be – I'm going to make my judgment over the next couple of weeks to see how far this team go. But it's a good question. I don't say I don't have the answer right now, but I'm not going to say that I would definitely make a trade right now unless I'm blown away with some ridiculous offer. I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and make that trade. So,
but then I think the one situation with the Hawks I always think back to with this is Josh Smith. Remember Josh Smith back in what was that 13?
I do.
That deadline, rumors were hot. The Hawks hold him and he walks for nothing. So you get nothing. Like you could have got something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like if you know you're not gonna pay John what he wants, he turned down $90 million. You're not giving him $100+ million. I say get what you can.
That's the decision that Travis has to make. He has to say at this point, am I going to give John $100+ million? Because somebody's going to offer that to him. If you don't, or not him on the roster giving him +$1 million, then yes, you need to entertain offers and do what's best for the team. You know what I'm saying? It's all in what Travis believes his true value is on the team. So, but like I said, I agree with you 100%. If you don't want to give him $100+ million this offseason, you need to go ahead and listen to and get what you can get in return because somebody's going to offer him that. Somebody out there is going to offer him that.
Are you paying?
Oh,
go ahead. No, go ahead, Rashad. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I think Andrew Kelly over there for Peachtree, shout out my guy. He proposed, Jaden McDaniels from Minnesota. How do you guys feel like a Jaden McDaniels, John Collins still? I was a huge McDaniels fan coming out of Washington, and he hasn't really got the chance to really kind of show, what he is and what he can do on the NBA level yet. But I'm a huge fan of him coming out of school.
I like Jaden. I do. But at the same time, I'm going to need more. I'm sorry. I'm going to need more in that package for JC. This is a guy that's averaged 20 and 10 over his first couple years in the league. He's been – and if you look at it, his efficiency, he's not being a featured part of the offense. And a lot of people may argue, well, he can't get his own shot. He can't create his own shot, At the same time, we've never really featured him in the offense like that. I'm just keeping it. I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of games.
Here's problem.
I've seen where he started out the field 4 or 5 for 5 from the field, and then ended up the game 7 of 8. He only shot the ball 3 more times for the rest of the game. And I'm like, that can't happen if you have a guy that's starting off 4 for 5 for 5 from the field, only getting 2 or 3 more shots for the entire rest of the game. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know if it all comes down to him not just being able to create his own shot or what, but I don't know. I like to hear you guys' opinion on that, but I'm kind of on the fence on that.
Well, before you go, Malik, a thing I wanted to say about Minnesota was, I see a lot of Hawks fans are like, Anthony Edwards or no deal. And I'm like, dude, his contract expires at the end of the year. Like, he's only there for a half a season. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's only guaranteed. So, you kind of have to kind of lower your expectations in a way, you know what I'm saying, of the return package you get for him. But, I definitely don't think somebody's first round pick is out the question. As long as it's not a team like OKC. Like, OKC's not giving up a first for John.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Malik.
Yeah. I don't when I saw the Timberwolves rumor, I was like, I don't see it happening because honestly, when I look at the Wolves roster, like, I don't really see anything that will really like jump off the sheet for the Hawks. I mean, of course, they're not trading Cat. They're not gonna trade D'Lo. They're not trading Ant. I mean, that's they 3. They got. You don't want Malik Beasley. We already got enough wings. You don't want Jared Culver. I know there were rumors earlier before the season even started that the Hawks were trying to look for him in a trade for that pick, but they already have enough wings. At this point, I mean, you want Nas Reed? Like, it just – there's no –
Big Jelly, say, shout out Big Jelly.
It's not going to be anything really enticing.
The hard part about it is, if you're Travis Schlenk, you don't know what all you have right now. To be honest, keep it real, because think about it. Who you named on the wing? We got Cam. We got Dre. Now you just signed Gallinari to a $60 million deal. You have at center, you got Capella. You have Okongwu. We don't know who we have on Yucca yet. So it's like you're going to trade for a piece or something. Where's that piece is going to fit in your rotation right now? Because we've yet to see a healthy Hawks team yet. We've yet to see everybody. Chris Dunn. We don't know what he can bring to the team. So if you trade Collins, what positions are you going to trade for? Because when we get healthy, we have log jams already with the healthy team. If you look at our roster right now, every position really is log jammed if everybody is healthy. The point guard position, Trae, you got Rondo, you got Dunn, you got Brandon Goodwin. 2 guard, you got Kev, you got Bogdanovich. Cam can play the 2. At the 3, you got Dre, you got Snell, Solo. 4, you got Collins, you got Gallinari. Center, you got Capella, you got Okongwu, you got Nathan Knight, who's shown some promise. Bruno, we're not gonna speak on him, but I mean, we just gotta. But all I'm saying is, we have a roster. I don't see any holes in our roster right now to where if you trade Collins, we're gonna I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying that if you made up your mind, you're not gonna offer him what he wants. You need to get something back in return. I'm just saying I don't know what pieces you target. You know what I'm saying? To fill out, we haven't seen the heavy Hawks team yet. So, yeah.
And I want to go back to what you were talking about as far as John Collins and his offense, about him creating a shot. I honestly feel like he's been better offensively this year, especially in the post. And when he, when he gets in the post, does the face up. I mean, that every time I look at it, it's money when he shoots it. So that's definitely something that he's improved on. But when when I think of a max player, I don't know, I'm just the type of guys like, okay, if you're a max player, go give me a bucket. I don't know if John is there yet. I feel like he can get there, but right now, I'm not gonna get a ball to John and tell him to go to work. I mean, of course, you got Trae to do that, but at the same time, I don't know if John is up to that challenge yet. So that's why I'm kind of iffy about if they would give him the max or not.
And that's why I'm not mad at Travis for just offering $90 million this past season and take it or leave it. Okay, you want to take it? All right, well, just play out this. Travis have said, John has nothing else to prove. He can say that, but I don't believe we all question what John is. John is a fantastic player. He's a near max player. He's averaged 20 and 10. You know what you're going to get with him. But at the same time, the question is, can you win a championship with him being the second best player on your team? And that's
Well,
all
you
it comes
cannot.
down to. And we don't know that yet. And that's why I definitely want us to make the playoffs this year to see how we'll react to get some of the top teams and make a decision based off that. You know, I'm a strong believer in John. I'm a big John fan. But at the same time, I agree with you. If you don't plan on offering him $100+ million, you need to listen to offers because he's going to get that in restricted free agency from somebody.
Yeah.
So,
well, another question now. You said, can you win with John as your second best player? And if the Hawks make the playoffs this year, then you get to see that. Do you think John is the second best player on the Hawks right now? Because this is a legitimate question now. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it was kind of
look,
like a foregone
okay,
conclusion going into the
okay.
season, and then the season started, and we're like,
okay. Before the
True.
season, I would tell you 100% John is easily the second best player on this team. Now, it's tight. It's tight.
It's tough.
With him, with Dre, and with Capella, I think you can make an argument for either one of those guys being the second best player on the team. I'm just keeping it real. That's three guys that, you know, the season that Capella put up, you can say he's easily the second best player. The season that Dre was putting up before he got injured, you can easily say he's the second best player. So I'm before the season, I would definitively tell you it's Trae 1, John Collins 2. Now I can't say that easily. I can't.
Are you giving Dre the match before John?
Oh my goodness, these are tough questions, y'all. Oh man. I like Dre's potential right now more, I would say. If that's a fair statement to make. People love to call him Baby Kawhi, but I mean, I'm a huge fan of Dre's game. 3-and-D, he plays. I think his offensive game has so much more to unlock. He's not down the three ball. He's physical, mid-range game, post-up game. He has it all, really, if you think about that you look for in a small forward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the sky's the limit for him. But at the time, I feel like the sky could be the limit for JC as well. So it's kind of it's a conundrum. It's rough. It's tough. But
I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like we've seen the best of JC.
Oh man, I believe in both of them.
Yeah.
You feel like we've seen a bit. So you're saying you don't think JC can get any better than what we've seen?
I mean, but what else can you ask for? 25, you know what I'm saying? I feel like 25 and 10 is like his ceiling. You know, that's his ceiling. 25, and he's at, 22 and 10, 20 and 10, you know?
So what do you think Dre's ceiling is?
I think Dre could be a superstar, you know? Baby Kawhi, like they said. It's only his second year, and the stuff we're seeing from him is crazy.
It's crazy.
He's like on both sides of the floor. Like that's the thing. And you know, I think you talk about one difference between him and Collins is, you know, there's no question with Dre. Like we know Dre can make his own shot. You know what I'm saying? He can create his own offense if need to. You know, Trae can dribble the ball for 20 seconds, hand the ball off to you know, Hunter. You know, I'm getting Trae and Dre, you know, so I'm going to say Hunter. You know, gets the ball off to Hunter, 4 seconds left on the clock, and Hunter can make some shake. You know what I'm saying? With Collins, if Collins ain't wide open on the three, if he doesn't have, you know, his space and his positioning already with 4 seconds left, I don't know. You know, I mean, but Collins is, you know, he is extremely talented on the offensive side, more so than Capella, of course. But yeah. So I think that what separates Collins from Capella. Like I would put, you know, Collins can create his offense better than Capella, but Hunter can create his offense without any prerequisite. You know, like, you know, Collins to make that three, he needs Trae to set him up on a perfect pick and pop and hit him right in rhythm, and it's got to be feet set, everything perfect. You know, wind
He's
going in the right direction.
Step back three. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hunter can do bink, you know what? You know, a couple dribbles, step back, whatever he needs to do to create his own space, and I think that's what creates those three guys when you talk about who's the second best player on the team. But yeah, man, that's what I have. We have 10 minutes left, so I guess I want to do something that we did last week with last week's guest. Hypothetical situation. Hawks are currently in. Hold on. Let me see the exact position. They're still eighth
right now, right?
They're still eighth. Hold on.
I think they're
Let me
eighth.
check
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, they're still
I
eighth.
don't think they moved. I don't think they moved tonight.
Yeah, the Hawks
I
are
think they
still eighth.
stayed pat.
And number one's Philly. So Hawks face Philly in the first round, and they get that eighth. They win. They went out in the 7-10 tournament. Who do you have in that series, and how many games?
That series, I'll probably say I would give us 2 games in that series. Honestly, against Philly.
Yo, you are more realistic than the last guest we had, because the last guest we had he had the Hawks beating the Nets in 7.
Oh, no,
I was like, you think Trae Young can outdo Kevin Durant in a game 7?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. I can see us getting 2 games though. I can see us getting 2 games. Because I believe it. I can see Trae going off 1 game and leading us to, because he always plays well against Philly for the most part as well. On top of that, if you look at so, but at the same time with Joe, with Ben, with Tobias Harris, they're hungry. They're more veteran team. You got Doc Rivers leading them. I would give us 2 games in that series, but I will be content with that though. We made the playoffs. As long as we can, don't get swept. We battle. We show improvement. That would be good. But at the same time, I don't think we're gonna make the 8th seed. I got us anywhere, but I think we could get anywhere as high as 4. As high as 4, I think. I
thought you was about to say 6. You said 4.
I think
he said 4.
As high as 4.
Who 5 right now?
I think it's the Celtics are 4, and they only won like 1 or 2 more games than us. So, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna find out the true where we can.
The Heat are 4th. The Heat came out of nowhere. Them jokers were 14th just a couple weeks ago. The Heat are 4th. They're 20 and 18, and then the Celtics are 5. Yeah, 19 and 18.
But if you look at the record,
are 2 games behind them, both of them.
So the only teams I see us realistically not being able to catch is, of course, the Nets, the Sixers, and the Bucks. But if we can continue to play well, this West Coast trip is going to be huge. Let me put it like that. This is going to be where we find out really, how far we can move up in the standings or not. If we can beat the Cavs tomorrow, which is Cavs always play us tough. For some reason, Colin Sexton always go off against us. But
young bull.
Yeah, right. If we can win tomorrow, and if we can start the road trip at 500 in some kind of way, at least come out of that road trip 500, we're sitting pretty good, I think. Especially with looking at how brutal that schedule is. So,
Rashad, pull the schedule up so we can do a prediction on the 8-game schedule.
I got you.
Because that, like you said, that is going to be a big test for the Hawks. That's a brutal. That's the worst 8-game stretch I've seen in a minute.
It's pretty bad.
Can y'all see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, here we go. So does it start right here at Houston?
I think it's
It starts there. Houston.
That starts Houston.
They're in Houston. Oh well, OKC is in Atlanta, and then
so it starts Lakers then
for sure. Yeah, Lakers, Clippers, Kings, Warriors. Oh, I think this is an ESPN game. Warriors, and then Nuggets, Suns.
That's a rough stretch, especially the all-men road games.
The ESPN game, the easiest game.
Yeah, that's
Steph yelling at them jokers, man. He had enough. Steph had enough.
They take him serious for nothing, though.
It's like, come on, guys.
Okay, this road trip is going to determine which way this season is going to go for us, I believe. I'm not saying we need to come out of this road trip beating everybody. If we can come out at least winning half those games, I think we're sitting pretty good. I'm being honest with you. Like I said, I'm not counting the 4 seed. That's the best case scenario we can get the 4 seed, of course. I'm not saying we will, but I mean, I think it's not unrealistic, I believe. But I can see us anywhere between 5 and 8, but as high as 4 possibly. I think if everything comes together, bogey shots start falling, we get Dre and Cam back in a reasonable amount of time. Chris Dunn, we don't know what he can bring to the team. We know he's going to bring some defense to the team. So if we can get healthy and keep playing the way we're playing, I mean, the sky's the limit, I feel like. So, but as long as this team can make the playoffs this year and be competitive, I'm content. I believe that's the next step. So
I got a couple quick hitters for you. So first one is this is the season. Is the season a failure if they make the play-in tournament and they lose in the play-in tournament?
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. Yes. It's
For
playoffs
sure.
or bust for me. It's seeing how much money we spent this offseason on bringing these vets in, taking the next step. It's playoffs or bust for this year for me. Lord Pierce said it before this season, playoffs or bust. And where he at right now? So it's playoffs or bust. It's playoffs or bust this year, man. I would stick with that. And no play-in tournament. You say play-in tournament, we need to make the playoffs this year. We made the playoffs. We're competitive in our playoff series. It's a successful season. Anything less than that is not successful. I'm sorry.
Favorite Hawks memory?
Favorite Hawks memory. Okay, I got it. Ooh, I got two. Joe Johnson stepped back against James Posey in the playoff game against the Celtics. I love that. Zaza going head-to-head with KG in that same series. That's two. And I was actually at that game. It's like three different things. I know. I'm sorry, y'all. But I was actually at that game when Kyle Korver hit like 3 or 4 threes in like 12 seconds.
The Milwaukee game.
Oh, yes. The Milwaukee. Yeah, the
Bucks game. You're Kyle Korver for 3. That's just I mean, it was insane to be there. He had like 4 straight shots. And everybody was just pointing to him after the second or third one. And they were just, oh, man. It just to hear that crowd erupt, it was just crazy. But, yeah, those are 3 for me.
Favorite Hawks group?
Favorite Hawks group. Oh, I really don't have one. I'm not gonna. I can't nail it down to one.
Mine hands down is always the Jamal Crawford years.
Oh,
that was my favorite.
Oh, yeah,
that was my favorite group.
Yeah.
I was a big Flip the Switch Murray fan when he was with the Jet Squad. Was fun too. So I mean, I remember
the Hawks was improv in them couple years when they had Flip and Mo because Josh Childress left, so they like, oh, what we gonna do for 6-man? Then they're like, Flip and Mo, y'all Josh Childress together.
but that 61 season was fun as well too, because it was like, I remember listening to Bob Rathman. I don't care where you are right now, turn on the TV, call a friend, tell them to watch this Hawks play. It was just beating everybody. It was just fun because everybody was sharing the ball. It was just Damari had an awesome season. Yeah, Korver going off, Teague, Horford, Millsap. It was just fun. That was awesome. It was just fun.
Malik, any feedback on your favorite moments as we have less than 2 minutes?
Ooh, honestly, the one that comes up in my head is the Al Horford putback on the two in that year. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Or since I'm so young, I ain't really get to much of the old moments, so I kind of stay with the new ones. But that Trae 3 against the Bulls, his rookie year, that was
you were a media member then. You were a media member then.
Right.
You weren't no fan. This man was working that game. He was at press row recording it.
I was working that game.
He's talking about that's my favorite moment as a fan.
He was working.
They didn't put you in there to be a fan now. Hold on.
Right. Somebody had a little bit of bias going on, didn't yeah.
But Dwaine, before the Zoom cut off, we appreciate you, man. Shout out your social so all the people can find you and follow you.
Okay, I'm a highly favorite on Instagram. That's HIGHLY favorite FAVORED. I think it's an underscore at the end. I don't know, but it's just y'all just follow these guys. I'm on there. Dwaine Mitchell M_Dwaine on Instagram and Dwaine Mitchell on Facebook, y'all. So I'm always my Twitter account is pretty much 100% Hawk stuff, y'all. So that's all I really got Twitter for is just talk about Hawks. This 99% Hawk stuff, but yeah. So.
All right, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Malik ATL.
All right, RashadMillan.com. You can find me on Twitter at Cheyenne Parker 22. Let's get it.
And if they come out clean.